How's it going, everyone? Kyle here with Newegg TV. Today I'm going to be doing an overview on this mini PC from ZOTAC. This is their ZBOX Sphere OI520 Plus. Alright, so apart from the mini PC itself, you also do get an AC adapter, as well as a power cable to power the device. You get some documentation, including a quick start guide and user's manual in several languages, and you also get a driver installation disc. But since this device doesn't have a built-in DVD drive, they've also included a USB flash drive with all the drivers necessary to get this device up and running. So you can just plug it into a USB port and be good to go. All right, before we go into the box, I'm going to go over some of the specs of this device. We've got a Core i5-4200U. It is clocked from 1.6 gigahertz all the way up to 2.6 turbo. It is a dual-core processor, and you have some integrated graphics with Intel HD 4400 right there. So right off the bat, you can see that this isn't necessarily a gaming-centric PC, but it's more for basic workstation applications, Microsoft Word, Excel, or just browsing the web. You could even use it as an HTPC, for example. That would make a really good application for this device. You also get some internal expansion options. You have two DDR3L1600 so-dimm slots. Included in this device is 4 gigs of memory already, so you can actually expand that with an additional memory module and get up to 8 gigabytes for this device if you wanted to. You also have a 2.5-inch SATA 6 gigabit per second hard drive or SSD bay, and there is included a 500 gig hard drive, so you don't have to actually get an additional storage device if you don't want to, unless you want to upgrade in the future. You also do get an additional mSATA drive. That's at 6 gigabits per second, so if you have an mSATA drive, you could even install an operating system on it or something like that and get really fast boot times. I did want to mention really quick while we're here that this device does not come with an operating system, but it is compatible with Windows 7 or Windows 8, and it does include the appropriate drivers for both of those operating systems. For the rest of the specs here, I'm going to get into that once we take a look inside the box, but really quick I wanted to point out the dimensions. This is 154 millimeters by 154 by 161. So here's the ZBOX Sphere, and as you can see, it's actually more sphere than it is box. It has a really nice minimalistic design, which will blend right into nearly any home living area or any desk space as well. I'm going to show you guys how to pop off this lid in just a bit to get to your internals and possibly do some upgrading. But for now, let's move around to the rest of the exterior. You have a Kensington lock on the left side, so people can't just up and take this away from where it should be, which is always handy and reassuring. On the back, you get surprisingly quite a bit of connectivity here. At the top, you have your power button, which turns the device on and off, a SD card reader, which is also good for expandable storage. You have your power port right there, along with mic and headphone jacks, and 2 video out options. You actually have HDMI as well as DisplayPort, so you can push 4K signals with this device as well, which is a handy feature. You get 4 USB 3.0 ports for additional storage, as well as 2 USB 2.0 ports, and an Ethernet gigabit LAN port as well. Keep in mind this does have built-in Wi-Fi 802.11 AC as well as Bluetooth 4.0, but with that built-in Wi-Fi you don't necessarily need to put this device within cable's reach of a router. But if you didn't want to use Wi-Fi, you could also use that port for a direct connection as well. You also get some several areas for ventilation. And on the bottom here we have, you could kind of see the fan inside there with additional ventilation slots, and you get 5 rubber feet so this guy doesn't slide around on whatever surface you happen to put it on. And on the right side you get an additional USB 2.0 port. Now really quick, I did want to point out that there is an LED ring that goes all the way around this device that actually lights up in blue when you turn it on. So I'm going to power it on right now, and as you can see it lights up blue all around, which adds a very nice aesthetic to this device, but I think more importantly also lets you know when the device is powered on, because it'd be otherwise difficult to tell without it. So let's take a look under the hood. In order to get this sphere dome thing off, you basically turn this icon to the unlock icon, just like this, and then that allows you to easily slide off the top, and there you have it. Here's an inside look of all your components. I'm going to lean it forward a bit so you can see it a bit better there. So first off, you might notice the 500 gig mechanical hard drive that's right here. Now bear in mind you could also uninstall this and install a different hard drive of higher capacity, or even a 2.5-inch SSD if you wanted to. But right now you have quite a bit of storage with 500 gigs. You also get your so-dimm slot right here. You have 2 slots with one once again pre-installed. This is a 4 gig module, and if you actually release these latches, it pops up so you can uninstall it if you wanted to, and that also gains you access to that additional module slot so you can install more memory and expand your memory storage, which is also nice. Or not storage, but expands your RAM. And then down here you get a look at your Wi-Fi adapter. And just to the left of that is a port for your mSATA drive. So even better than swapping this out potentially for an SSD is if you installed an mSATA drive, installed the operating system to that for faster boot times, and we're still able to keep the mechanical hard drive for additional storage. Alright guys, once again, this has been the ZOTAC ZBOX OI520 Plus, and it is once again a mini PC. Thank you guys so much for watching Newegg TV. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more tech videos like this one, and we'll see you next time.